Are you ready to claim your slice of Georgia? From dream homes to hunting retreats, the possibilities are endless when you know how to navigate the land buying process. So let's take the guesswork out of it and get you one step closer to finding your perfect plot. Welcome to The Outdoor Agent, where real estate and the great outdoors meet. I'm Dekota Oechsle, a real estate professional from Griffin, Georgia, and I have a passion for tracking down more than just the perfect property. Here, we're going to explore not only the world of real estate, but also dive into a bit of the outdoor life that I enjoy. Whether you're here for real estate insights, a few laughs, or stories from the field, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Outdoor Agent Podcast. I am Dekota Oechsle, and here we talk about real estate, talk about the outdoors, and everything in between. So today we're diving into everything you need to know about buying land in Georgia, and that is an awesome topic, something I really enjoy. And it really comes down to picking what is right for you. And as someone that loves the outdoors and specializes in unique properties, I know how exciting and overwhelming it can be to purchase land. So hopefully this show will simplify the process for you a little better and get you on the right track to owning your own chunk of land in Georgia. So step one is really going to be to define what your purpose for buying the land is. If you're looking for a place to just build a house, that can be easy. If you're looking for a place to have some room to grow, some acreage to maybe have some cows or start a little hobby farm, a little homestead, we can find that. Or maybe you're looking for a tract of land that can be subdivided and build some houses to sell. All those things matter, and that's really why you got to define what you're looking for, because every buyer really comes with a unique need. With that, you need to determine where in the state do you want to be. Do you want to be up in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia? Or do you want to be in the plains of South Georgia in the sand? Do you want to be on the coast? Do you want to be in timber country in middle Georgia? I mean, where do you want to be? Do you need to be close to the interstate? Do you need to be close to the Air Force bases? Step two would be understanding what your budget and financing is. Buying land is a little bit different than buying a house. If you're looking to purchase land and build a home, there's construction type loans. If you're looking to just purchase raw land for, say, ag or timber or recreation use, you'll have to get a land loan. And typically, you'll need a larger down payment and you'll have a shorter repayment term. You'll need to get pre-approved with the certain lenders that deal with the type of land and use that you are looking for, and they'll be able to help you get the best finance option for your needs. You also need to be aware of the costs that are beyond the purchase price. And that's not just the cost for the land. You need to think about soil testing. You need to think about electricity if you need it. Are you going to be able to run power where you need it on the property? What is that going to cost? I mean, it can be anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 depending on how long of a run, how many poles, et cetera, et cetera. How is a septic system or sewer going to be tied in? All these are costs that you need to be aware of as you're looking and getting ready to make a decision on a property. Step three would be understanding the legal and zoning requirements for the area that you're looking in and the use that you were wanting to use the land for. If you're looking to purchase property to subdivide and build a neighborhood in, you need to be aware of the current zoning of the property you're purchasing and if you can get it rezoned. If you're looking for other types of use, you just need to be aware of what the zoning requirements are and any legal requirements. One example of this that I'll share is this actually happened here in Spalding County. A gentleman purchased a small tract of property with a mobile home on it, and for whatever reasons he sat on the mobile home and the property for a few years and never actually turned the power on into his name because he was not living there, and it was kind of a fixer-upper type property. Anyhow, he goes to sell the property, and the county basically says, hey, being you never turned the power on, it's outside of the window, and you're going to have to bring the property up to current code and current zoning. And oh, by the way, we don't allow mobile homes in the zone that you're in now. So now this gentleman is trying to sell a piece of property with a mobile home on it that no buyer can live in the mobile home. They're basically having to buy the land for land value and deal with the mobile home on it when they buy it. So that's just one real world example here of some of the things that you need to look out for. Really, the term that we're talking about is due diligence. So some other key due diligence actions that need to be taken when you're looking at property. You need to know what the boundaries are of the property that you're looking at. You do that through a survey. Is to make sure that what you're buying is actually what you're going to get. Another key part of due diligence is evaluating what the land's potential is, and that means soil testing, perk testing. Are you going to need a septic tank? Well, if you do, you're probably going to need to make sure that your property can perk. Are you going to need access? Is the property landlocked? Do you have a deeded easement? Do you have an easement across someone else's property? Is there any existing agreements in place? What about environmental considerations like flood zones? Or is the property in CUVA? I had a whole episode on that. You can go back in the playlist and find. Another thing to look out for is there any deed restrictions? Some tracts of land will come with a deed restriction on its use for, say, commercial ag, or say you can't clear cut. You'll just need to make sure that the property that you're looking at does or does not have any deed restrictions and what they are, and are you okay with agreeing with them? These are all due diligence items that you need to be thinking about and working through as you're making a decision on a property or when you're under contract, making sure that your realtor that you're working with has these test and due diligence items as contingencies to the purchase to make sure that if you find something that you don't like, you're able to get out of the deal. So as we move into the next step, we're getting into the actual closing of the deal and maximizing your investment. One of the fun parts for me as an agent is the negotiation. You don't need to shy away from making an offer below asking if a property's been sitting for a while. Negotiation is kind of part of the game. You also need to be willing to accept the fact that the seller may not accept your offer, and you might have to come back to the table with something better. But you don't know that until you get the ball rolling. You'll also need a good real estate agent, and your real estate agent should have a good real estate attorney and should have some contacts for a good surveyor and the other trade partners that you're going to need to make sure that you have a survey, a perk test, and any other considerations that you might have before you close a deal. And then after you purchase the property, you'll need to be aware of, now that you own it, what are you going to do with it? Are you just going to sit on it? Or are you going to immediately go into drawing out a civil plan to subdivide and work through the zoning and rezoning process to get a development permit to develop a neighborhood? If you bought a timber tract, are you making sure that you're keeping it on a burn schedule and maintaining your trails and making sure that you can get around the property? All this is part of maintaining and managing your investment. And I'll add in here, one of the best ways in maximizing your investment could be to help just save you money. And I'll mention CUVA again. That's a conservation use valuation assessment in Georgia that we have that lowers your tax bill. And again, I have a whole episode going over that. So if you're interested, go back and find that one. Guys, I just wanted to take a quick second to give some updates for real estate and investor friends alike. Triple E's having a meeting tomorrow, January 9th in Fayetteville, and that will start running the second Thursday of the month. Thereafter, Dealmaker Atlanta is having the first meeting of the year. That'll be January 23rd up by the airport. And then the Real Estate Collaborative Network is hosting Neil Mathwig and Dustin Brome February 6th. That'll be in Fayetteville. It is a free event. I'll have a link to that in the description below. You don't want to miss that. And then for our outdoor friends, R&D Archery Range down in Milner, Georgia is starting the 2025 3D archery season. The first shoot will be January 19th. And then February 2nd will be the second shoot, and that will be an ASA qualifier for state. And then, of course, we got Turkey Rama coming up February 7th through the 9th. That's down in Perry, Georgia, getting ready for turkey season. And then the following weekend, the Mac Daddy NWTF Convention and Grand National Championship Turkey Calling will be the NWTF Convention up in Nashville, Tennessee. That's February 12th through the 16th. I'll have links to everything down below if you're interested. But with that, let's jump back into it. And we're back. All right. So, guys, land in Georgia is still fairly affordable compared to some other states, and they're not making any more of it. So whether you're looking for a place to build your house or get a little hobby farm going, get some cows, get some row crops going, a little homestead, whatever you're looking for, we have it here in Georgia. And I'd love to help you out. So we talked about making sure that you understand where you want to be, what your uses are, how you're going to pay for it, and then things to look out for to get you to the closing table with the knowledge that you need to make sure that you're making an educated decision and purchase in the land that you decide on. Guys, that's really all I got for you today. I hope everyone has a wonderful 2025. Hopefully it's taken off and everyone has big goals and dreams on the horizon for them. We'll be recapping on a few here in a couple weeks. But with that said, whether you're tracking trophy game, scouting for your dream home, or searching for your next investment, remember, every hunt has a story. I am Dekota Oechsle, the outdoor agent, and we'll see you next time.